welcome now Democratic strategist and former candidate for the 6th District of Memphis City Council, Theryn Bond, and Republican strategist and the co-founder of FreePressFail.com, Corrine Clark. Ladies, great to have you both. Corrine, I'd like to start with you. You know, we know Elon Musk, he's walking a bit of a legal tightrope with this money. He's changed language around how he's giving it away. You know, we know big donors contribute to elections, but you could argue what's really adding fuel to the fire here is Musk's impact already on the federal government, the cuts that have been happening, his closeness with the president, his status as the wealthiest man alive, and then these very public statements. What implications do you see his moves in Wisconsin potentially having on the status of the GOP overall?
Well, like you've said, this is not a big change to politics as usual to have billionaires using their influence to influence elections. I didn't see Democrats crying about this for the decades that George Soros has poured billions into races, especially judicial races. I think one of his most successful campaigns in the last decade has been judicial races and DAs, and he's filled up those seats with anyone who promotes a liberal ideology. So it is shocking for anyone to see that someone on the Republican side might do the same thing. I think that campaign finance is pretty heavily regulated. I'm sure that Elon's lawyers were on top of the petitions to make sure that he is in the clear. This is more of a marketing scheme. Obviously, you can't pay for a vote. It's still a secret ballot. Anyone, even if you are not going to vote the way Elon wants, can enter that petition and try to win that money. So it's equal opportunity there. It's just to raise awareness for a very important race. And I hope that a lot of conservatives do turn out because of all of this media attention.
Well, I appreciate that perspective. And Theryn, I'd like to press that point just a little bit. So Musk Political Action Committee used a nearly identical tactic Mills was talking about before in the presidential election last year, offering to pay $1 million a day to voters in Wisconsin and 6 other battleground states who signed a petition supporting the First and Second Amendments. So a judge in Pennsylvania said these prosecutors failed to show these moves were illegal. If his strategies that are causing an uproar make it through the legal system, is the solution, as Corrine mentioned, perhaps a type of campaign finance reform? And also, how do you believe the left is effectively seizing on the anger around some of this and the fallout that we're seeing now?
Well, first, my side of the aisle isn't doing enough, but I hope they finally get a little oomph behind them and start to do so. This just reignites the need for campaign finance reform. In my home state of Tennessee, former state Senator Brian Kelsey, after being convicted and sentenced and going to jail for a campaign finance violation, was pardoned undeservingly by President Donald Trump because he violated reforms. This is a clear violation. This is Elon Musk yet again buying another election, and that's not what we need to see. It doesn't matter whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, Libertarian, Working Families Party. The entire reason that people put money into PACs is so that they can spend more, because it goes outside of the confines of campaign finance laws for respective states and all across this country. And so, yes, we do need to refine them, because no, you shouldn't be able to buy somebody's vote by offering $1 million, getting them to sign a petition and say, here you go, you can subject matter win this. And so what we need to see is Elon Musk hands out of it. I mean, is it really genuine if somebody has to buy an election with $1 million? No, it's not. And what does that tell you about the integrity of Elon Musk and other people who think that they can do so? This election should be decided by the American voters, and in this case, those who are residents of the state of Wisconsin. And that's not what we're seeing. What we need, though, is more judges who are more liberal so that the conservative judges can't get away and allow things like this to continue to happen.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.